शुभम।
He's with name Shubham Saroj.
प्रथमेश शुभम को भी को होस्ट बना दो। शुभम।
Okay, sir. Recording is started.
I am very happy today to have Professor Dr. A. Archana with us. She is a life member of MBSI and National Vice President of MBSI. She is currently Professor of Microbiology in a university college in the Delhi University. Today, she will speak to us on a very important aspect, that is microbiome. Microbiome is very, very important in the current scenario. So we will hear a lot about microbiome and their actions and their benefits to health, etc., and the environment. Over to Brahmjeet.
Thank you so much, sir. To brief the introduction, it is my distinct honor to introduce first Dr. Ranjit Singh, the esteemed convener and the president of the MBSI at the Tri-City, Chandigarh. Dr. Singh is a distinguished scientist whose career is adorned with numerous accolades and awards, reflecting his unparalleled contribution to the field of biotechnology and microbiology. Dr. Singh has previously served as the head of environmental biotechnology and microbial biochemistry at CSI MTech. He also played a significant role at MTCC and GenBank. His extensive publication record is a testament to his profound knowledge and research acumen, contributing significantly to our understanding of microbial biochemistry and environmental biotechnology. Beyond scientific contributions, Dr. Singh's efforts in organizing talks and seminars showcase his presence for the student and his commitment to disseminating knowledge and fostering a vibrant scientific community. I also want to introduce Dr. Sanjeev, Professor Sanjeev Patinkar, sir, without whom the society cannot function as it is functioning. He's role model for most of us. So, welcome Dr. Sanjeev sir and Dr. Ranjit Singh sir. Moving ahead, please join me to introduce our today's speaker, Dr. Archana, a distinguished educator and researcher who has been shaping the minds of microbiology students at Swami Shraddhanan College, Delhi University for the past 30 years. Her exceptional dedication to teaching was recognized with the Best Teacher Award by the Delhi government in 2020. Professor Archana's illustrious career includes being honored with the prestigious German DAAD fellowship, which allowed her to pursue postdoctoral research at the Max Planck Institute of Biochemistry in Munich, Germany, during 1999 to 2000. She has served with distinction as the president of the Microbiome Society of India, Delhi chapter for two academic sessions in 2021 and 2022, and currently holds the position of National Vice President of MBSI after being selected as the National Executive Member in 2022. Her contributions to the field are vast, including receiving the Young Scientist Award at AMI conference in 1996. Professor Archana has authored over 30 research papers, review articles, and book chapters in prestigious national and international journals and has written four popular science articles. Her academic contributions also extend to authoring a lab manual in biochemistry, immunology, and biotechnology, published by Tata McGraw-Hill in 2007. Professor Archana has been instrumental in undergraduate curriculum restructuring and has taught various specialized courses, including food microbiology and food technology at MSME, entrepreneurship programs, and life sciences in IGNU. She has He was among the selected academicians chosen by the Ministry of Ayush to contribute to the microbiology curriculum for BAMS students. Her passion for inspiring the younger generation and her relentless zeal to motivate students to achieve great heights in their career are truly commendable. We are indeed fortunate to have her today to share her insights on the human microbiome and how to preserve it in its best form. Please join me in welcoming Professor Archana.
Thank
Over
you.
to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible and presentation is also visible.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Brahmjeet. And let me also introduce you. He is my ex-student and he is a gold medalist of Masters in Biotechnology. And now he is doing his, pursuing his PhD at the esteemed ICGEB Delhi. But he is extremely grateful child
हाँ
growing into a
हाँ
man. And so
लिखा
I'm,
व्हाट्सएप खोल के लिखा
sir, pardon, can I start?
Yes, ma'am,
Yes,
that was
yes.
Okay. So this is the topic, tiny tenants, how the microbiome shapes the human health. So I am Professor Archana from Delhi University, and I'm very happy to be presenting this talk. I was requested by Swanjit sir that I should make it very general, easy to understand. It's an extremely important topic for everybody, all of us who are living. So because it's great for our health, and so it is, let me just do it full screen. Yes. So now, what is the microbiome? The collection of all microbes, that is bacteria, viruses, fungi, and even protozoa, and their genes living within the human body or on the body. It means on the skin. These together are termed as microbiome. These are actually are the natural microflora of the body. They are our extremely loyal friends which support us to prevent so many diseases, some of which are shown in the figure on the right. So many numerous microorganisms, living microorganisms are there. Along with us, they are residing in our or on our own body. So they actually outnumber the living cells which we have, the human cells. So much more than that are the numbers of the live microorganisms, and even more than that, about 100 times more are the is the number of the unique genes, not the total genes. That is even farther, even higher. The unique genes present are numerous actually, and as many as are known, they are also 100 times of this number of the microorganisms. It is estimated that more than 10,000 species are present within one species, that is Homo sapiens. So 90% of the diseases which a human being encounters can be managed if we look at, study, acquaint ourselves with these microorganisms present, and do something to actually cultivate them better in our system. That is why I titled my talk as Tiny Tenants. These are tenants, and the rent that they pay to us is actually priceless and precious. We are living because they are there. So we owe our life to our microbiome. What all they do, if something is listed over here, and I'll be taking all these things in more detail in the forthcoming slides. Now, so many species, out of which it is, this one is only an indicative mention, not the exhaustive, obviously, just with the purpose that the slide should not be very cramped. So you can see some the names of some species, which are the friendly bacteria, viruses, fungi, archaebacteria, and protozoans, which make who we are actually. It won't be overemphasized thing to say that they make us what we are, who we are. Now, a mention of what these microorganisms do. So the skin harbors certain microorganisms, which is influenced by the skin moisture and the oil content. They protect the skin against pathogens. And even if there is some infection, lot of it is just that we call as natural healing. Who does that? The fibrin clot, obviously, yes, along with the skin microbiota. Again, our mouth is healthy. We are able to eat and speak and enjoy life just because of its natural microflora, which includes bacteria, fungi, and viruses. It contributes to our oral health, and it keeps our tongue, teeth, gums, and saliva nice and fine throughout our lives. Then our eyes. We know that our eyes, ears, nose, they are all unprotected organs in terms of being open. Still, we enjoy great health because of the microbiome. The gut part. Gut is extremely important, most important, because the highest number of life microorganisms stay in the gut. They are crucial for digestion, nutrient absorption, and immune function, and many more things. Even mental and emotional well-being, etc., is controlled by these. Nose and sinuses and respiratory tract I will take together. So sometimes when we inhale, supposing we are gone out and there's a dust storm and all, so we cannot avoid inhalation of certain pollutants and pathogens. All that is managed by the natural microflora of the lungs, upper respiratory tract, and also the entire respiratory tract up to the alveoli. Then urinogenital tract is also relatively exposed. So if any infections are caught also, the friendly microflora which is present in that area competes with the incoming pathogens and gives it a tough competition and makes them die a natural death most of the times, which is why we generally don't, if we are leading a hygienic life, we don't catch infections. Now, another picture where I have used pie charts. I have taken actually from Google, but it shows, I like this picture because it includes pie charts where the relative proportions of firmicutes, fusobacteria, proteobacteria, etc., everything in color codes is shown at various places. For example, in mouth, gut, placenta, if a lady is pregnant, then placenta is doing wonders. It's a boon for the child. So along with providing the food, it's also giving some protection, which is shown here. For example, the green color stands for, I'll just indicate, green color stands for proteobacteria. So it is, the placental tissues are rich in the proteobacteria. Then skin microbiome, you can see more mixed microbiome is there, and vaginal microbiome is extremely important. Not only that it prevents certain sexually transmitted diseases and vaginosis, etc., but also due to the natural childbirth, the child gets to benefit a lot and develops immunity for the entire lifetime later. Then this is something I was just reading some articles preparing for today's talk, I would say very honestly. So this picture shows that the oral microbiome, we can't imagine that the oral microbiome can do anything for the area except the mouth, except the buccal cavity. But indeed, it was proved, it was, evidence was given in this paper, and I've given the reference DOI, I've given at the bottom right. So the cardiovascular diseases, inflammatory bowel diseases, colorectal cancer, rheumatoid arthritis, such systemic autoimmune diseases, aspiration pneumonia, where there's difficulty in breathing, all those things are influenced by the oral microbiome. This is why actually some years back we used to think that a Listerine mouthwash is very good. Indeed, it's good if we are suffering from any problem. Otherwise, unnecessarily disrupting our oral microbiome can be actually pushing us one step closer to all these dreaded diseases and disorders. So we should cherish and celebrate and protect our natural microflora if we want to live a long and healthy life. Now, some of the more functions of gut bacteria, because gut is most important. Food goes there, gets assimilated from there, stays there for a longer time, So, of what all, you can read some of it, like nervous system modifications. The feel-good hormones are produced if it is, if, sorry, if, if the microbiome is nice, intact, and robust in the gut. Then pathogen resistance, even if the pathogen comes also, they can't compete well. So they die a natural death. Protection against epithelial injury. Now, breakdown of certain food components, bone density modulation, which is extremely important for our strength. Now, some fat storage is also a must to prepare for the starvation times when we don't get food to eat for a longer duration. We must survive. So, a little fat storage is always good, but one should not become obese, of course. So, in that also, the microbiome contributes for the optimal storage of fat. Promotion of angiogenesis. Now we know what is angiogenesis. The blood vessels, veins, arteries, veinlets, and the capillaries, etc. They must invade everywhere in our body. They must penetrate everywhere so that exchange of nutrients, gases, toxins, waste also takes place well. Because wherever the capillaries don't reach, that area can become numb, dysfunctional, and also it can give us a problem in terms of a disease. Then immune system stimulation. The cytokines and all those substances which control, which are the soldiers of the immune system, the microbiome uh, keeps them in optimum level, neither too high nor too low, very much controlled level. Vitamin synthesis, it is shown here, and the metabolism of therapeutics. If we have to, if we must take a medicine for any unavoidable reason, then its distribution, assimilation, etc., is also covered by the good microbiome. Our friends, our friendly tenants, tiny tenants, but mighty tenants. Now, what is dysbiosis? We know that whatever things are good, it's very good, but something which is good can sometimes be thrown out of balance. So, if any imbalance takes place, how will it take place? This picture is showing, and I have mentioned also in the text, due to increased age, old age. Then stress. This is a message that we should avoid stress at all costs. With good things, without good things, despite anything, we should avoid stress. Consuming junk food, side effect of medicines, unhygienic lifestyle, etc., and excessive use of modern day interventions. Like I gave you the example of Listerine. So lot of chemicals, lot of deodorants, lots of scents, perfumes, lot of talcum powder, lot of hair gels, etc., or shampoos, perfume shampoos, toothpastes, etc., mouth freshener. So we should use it to the minimum and be as close to nature as possible. Actually, back to nature, back to simplicity is the key for a enriched life, definitely. And we realize it with age. I also realize it more now than what I used to realize 20 years earlier. Now, if anyone has dysbiosis, that is the imbalance in the body microbiome, it can lead to problems like enlisted over here. Any problem from small to big problem is reported. I actually read many more papers, but I did not include the content because I didn't want the talk to be very long. Students have joined despite their upcoming exams, so they should get a crisp overview. That is why. But I have enlisted anyhow. Obesity, diabetes, high blood pressure, secondary infertility, tumors, cancers, like colorectal cancer is said to be very common if if we are not able to maintain a good microbiome, right? Even mental health condition, and we will see how. Now, restoring dysbiotic gut. This is also one of the latest publications. Restoring dysbiotic gut restores homeostasis and restores the health. So it is proved, and I have taken highlights from this paper, this particular publication, which was published in Life Sciences by Dikshit et al. And positive factors were defined to be food and smoking habits, excessive smoking, that is, lack of exercise, sedentary habits, and many other factors, but this paper mentions only these. Then different approaches used globally. For example, uh, use of metabolites, certain like superfoods, and certain like berries and cherries, fruits and seasonal vegetables, and in their simplified form, not very processed form. Then prebiotics, we'll see what it is. Dietary interventions also worked in a specific manner. Then phage therapy, if there are certain bacteria which are troubling, and if we are able to execute the therapy using their specific bacteriophage, that is the viruses which infect bacteria, partly it has been shown to be successful. And the highest form of intervention is FMT, that is fecal microbiome transplant, that is taking the like fecal material, like it is done by medical experts, from a healthy donor, and by the use of enema or colonoscopy, etc., or even poop pills, certain medicines which are made very presentable, but they are known to enrich the microbiota of the gut, especially. This has been reported to overcome diabetes and hypertension, etc., and it's very common in the Western world. But I want to take you to a journey which is simpler, cleaner, simpler, and sweeter, and zero cost, kind of very low cost method to enhance our microbiota, which everyone needs. So also this paper said that improvement in the gut microbial ecosystem relieves certain neurological disorders also. Intestinal disorders, irritable bowel syndrome, relieving that we can be convinced. But in neurological disorders also, where nerves are involved, like multiple sclerosis, etc. things. So, and also a feel good factor, a calming effect has been reported, which is really amazing. How it works, this neurological connection is due to the fact that gut brain axis is a two-way connect, actually so much so that actually our gut is termed as our second brain. It's so intelligent, it's so mighty, that it can manage, it can derive, deduce, correct itself. So our gut actually exerts for us very much, and we should be grateful to our gut a lot, and we should really keep it with lot of care. Okay, so as you must have said, it's my gut feeling. So a sixth sense or a very strong feeling which turns out to be very authentic in the end, it's termed as gut feeling. So gut is our second brain. Why? It's because of the neurotransmitters and the gut microbiome and certain immunity components like cytokines. And biggest thing which is responsible for it is the vagus nerve. Now, I have seen certain videos on the vagus nerve because I really got interested. And vagus nerve can really make us manage our lives very, very nicely, very powerfully, and very cheerfully. So we know that there are 12 pairs of cranial nerves and I used to remember Uta Fag Va. So V is for vagus. That was the acronym or abbreviations which I used as a student. And so it connects gut to the brain. And that is why if our gut is nice, if we avoid or steer clear of junk food, resort to superfoods like probiotics and prebiotics, which I'm going to discuss from the next slide onwards, it influences our mental health. We feel lighter and we feel much, much better. So bettering the gut microbiome enhances one's well-being and longevity. Before we go to probiotics, I just want to tangentially mention, I have put a figure over here which is joining the dots. So there was a human microbiome project on the tune of the Human Genome Project, which came earlier. People realized that it's very important to allot the funds and appoint the scientists, create research teams to study exclusively the human microbiome. It was initiated in 2007, and it has enriched our perception and comprehension, our understanding of the microbiome. Then newer and newer technologies have been employed to study the human microbiome well, and there are already coming some legal, social, and ethical implications. For example, I defined the FMT just now. So how much it should be there, like in what conditions it should be allowed, and how much should be revealed. All those things are connected to the microbiome only. So it all comes under the preview of the human microbiome project, or HMP. Many approaches like metagenomics, where DNA based work is there, then meta transcriptomics, metaproteomics, etc., and metabolomics. The metabolites of the microbiome components, the microorganisms, they can be studied, standardized, mutually compared. Then by eating what they can be, the good things can be enhanced, so on and so forth. So I just wanted to mention, in case the audience is interested, they can dig out from the internet and from the even artificial intelligence, why not, and enrich their knowledge. So, and if there is any need, I or any other speaker will be very happy to enlighten you in very simple and easy words. Now, sometimes we need to have antibiotics. We can't skip or avoid it. So we should take it only after the qualified physician prescribing it to us, because it will definitely treat our infection, we'll recover, but it comes at a big cost. That is the damage of the human microbiome, especially the gut microbiome. And whatever the gut has made in many months, that has to be re-established from the scratch. So we should be knowing this, and the solution is not taking antibiotics. We must take antibiotics if we are required, but along with that, the physician himself or herself also prescribes some probiotics also, or certain superfoods we should, just after recovering, we should eat very consciously, so that we can rejuvenate the microbiome of our body, and also become like spring back to our robust self and immune self. How can we enrich our microbiome? So the use of probiotics. What are probiotics? These are the live bacteria, live microorganisms, which are consumed as such, and they boost or empower our microbiome, especially the gut microbiome. So what all benefits are there? I have enlisted, and you can see the blissful girl who is enjoying all these benefits. For example, healthy and glowing skin, digestive health, food allergy protection, then anti-inflammatory in its action. Then many serious diseases can be treated in infants by using probiotics. Of course, the allowed probiotics, the prescribed ones. Lowering of blood pressure. We know that blood pressure enhancement is inevitable with stress and with age. So, and especially in the metropolitan cities, it's all the more higher. So these are the some general benefits of probiotics. Now, how can we empower our microbiome is by a combined hand-in-hand use of probiotics with prebiotics. Probiotics are shown on the left side on the panel, which are, you can see, these are the microorganisms, certain bacteria, yeast, etc., in sufficient and standardized amounts. You know about the product, very famous product, Yakult. So this is a daily dose. One shot is a daily dose. And then the prebiotics, which are the food that will be serving as the substrate for the probiotics. When we consume the probiotics, we want the probiotics to multiply. So for that, certain superfoods are very much helpful. And when we consume these two together, it's called symbiotics. I'm going to mention a UK-based symbiotic, which I found on the internet. It's called Simprove. That's a trade name. And it's an effective combination of prebiotics and probiotics. A single shot comes in a vial or a bottle, which is shown on the top right. 70 ml is the volume, and it has about 10 billion colony forming units of the activated lactic acid bacteria, which are very specific and 4 in number with their catalog numbers. It cannot be any other strain of this species also. It has to be only and only this highly standardized formulation. It is consumer friendly, gluten free, dairy free. Why? Because so many people have gluten intolerance or lactose intolerance, etc. So this kind of symbiotic is prepared for which is good for everyone. Everyone can take it. Suitable for vegans and vegetarians, has no added colors, available in the classic flavor, unflavored, and also many delicious fruit flavors. Then it has germinated barley as the prebiotic. So prebiotic is a substrate which will promote and support the growth of these living organisms, the probiotics, 4 of them. And these are actually going to enhance the intestine health, gut health. And also, because it's a ready-made formulation, it has to have some preservatives and acidity regulators. So ascorbic acids, trisodium citrate, and potassium sorbate are used in the prescribed amount. Now we go to very interesting thing, which is good for a scientist, but even a scientist like us or budding scientists like the students, we are first human beings. And I have shown certain probiotics, certain traditional foods, which are actually our friends. They can really improve our gut health. So you can just read, so many of them are here, and many of these you are familiar with. So coming to the Indian cuisine, from South India, idli, dosa, uttapam, and the likes. From Gujarat, dokla, khandvi. Of course, I'm talking about these, not the ready-made ones where the fruit salt is used or baking soda is used. That can be used for good appearance, fluffy texture, and the leavening. But so it can be tasty. But I'm talking about the proper dough of the cereals, grains. For example, dhokla khandvi is from the gram flour, idli, dosa, uttapam are from the lentil flour and rice, etc. And many more such preparations are there, where we soak the material, then grind it, and then we leave it to ferment till an optimum time. And after that, it is used for steaming or cooking or shallow frying, and then it is ready for use. Now, then Kanji is a drink of North India's Punjab and the neighboring areas, where the ground vegetables like carrots, etc., are used. They are cleaned, cut, and dipped in the water, uh, and with some mustard seasoning, and it is filled to the brim so that decay or the deterioration doesn't take place, and no air should come. So it is ready, and around the holy time in the month of March, when we transit from winter to summer, it's a delicious drink. Then in Germany, in Europe, sauerkraut is very popular. It's because it's also lactic acid fermentation result. uh, Cabbage is produced a lot, but Westerners, they eat as their staple many meats, etc. They can't consume the cabbage, so they preserve the cabbage. Not only that it's preserved, but a lot of good bacteria develops in that, and it can be directly used as a side dish in any of the meals. Then kimchi, kombucha. I would like to mention. My colleague Dr. Sanjay Gupta, he tried making kombucha. It's made from black tea, and it involves the bacterial and yeast fermentation. Not only he tried, but we got to taste it also, and it was really yummy. And one of my first year student called Navneet, maybe he's here, I can't see, but maybe he's attending. He made very good sauerkraut, and we got to sample, and even we asked from him the recipe. because we all are very interested in enhancing our gut health. Now, very simple thing, just 2-3 slides more are left, and very practical and simple things are there. Actually, this I would like to share with you with a lot of pleasure and pride that my mother-in-law used to prepare this, and she trained me in this. And now I am not making very frequently, but it's a reminder for me. I'll be making it, and it's a very much delicious yet very simple and very inexpensive drink which anybody can very easily make. So the cooked rice, uh, leftover rice, can be placed in a earthen pot, and during the daytime, and by night pour some clean water in it and leave it covered overnight. The next morning just mash the rice and strain, and add seasonings to your taste. So uh, this is actually very flavorful, because we can go for the taste that we like. But the only thing is that we have to be very careful, and a little bit experience is needed, that proper hygiene should be followed so that outside contaminants don't enter. And like the fermentation should go on properly. The undesirable microbes should be prevented from growing. And this comes with practice, I can say, because I do it at home. And over fermentation, if over fermentation happens, then sometimes it becomes unpalatable, and it is not so much palatable, so you can't get yourself to consume it. And so over fermentation should not be allowed. This I was reminded by from a short video from a YouTube channel by social_Vani. Of course, I don't know this person, but I was really appreciating that. And this picture is also from her video. I'm so honored Dr. Prakash Alami sir is here. I'm really honored, sir. I've taken inspiration from you for this work. Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining. Then 2023 was the year of millets. And actually that was not the only year, that was the beginning, because we should try and include millets, which are the natural crops and variety of cereals, rather than sticking to only rice and wheat, most of whose varieties are GM crops. So, and also we will get variety of nutritions. So fermented millets is called ambali, and khameer stands for the fermented. When we have the dough for bhatura, we call it ki khameer ut gaya. So this kind of preparation, again, it's a, if you search in the YouTube, definitely you get all the recipes. The strategy is same as this one, except that millets have certain anti-nutrients, so they should be soaked for many hours, 6 to 8 hours, and then it should be cooked. Here there's a difference. After soaking, they are cooked, unlike rice, and then they are left for fermentation. And then after the now this pot is covered, it should be earthen pot, clean pot, and it should be covered with a clean cotton cloth, because air should be allowed, but not the environmental contaminants. And then when it is like with experience, we with different millet and with different seasons, the number of hours is different. It can be 4 to 5 to 6 to 8 hours, and then it is directly eaten along with the any curries or dals. It can be just eaten, and this boosts our the probiotics and our gut health a lot. So actually my talk is coming to an end. This is the last slide. And a microbiologist, Dr. Rashmi Kulkarni, has started her company, Arna Genex Solutions Private Limited. It's a great career option. And I was today only, a few hours back, I was looking at her work, and I found that it's not only that she is doing, but they are conducting training programs for the younger generations. And also a microbiome superhero app is available on the Play Store, which can be downloaded and students can make good use of it. So Microbiome Superhero is the name of their company, and she is the co-founder, and she has actually roped in certain non-microbiologists also, and they are doing very good work. Really hats off to people. We should really team up, and we should. And also, I just want to acknowledge Dr. Sanjeev Patankar sir, who was giving me these insights yesterday, and that is why I looked up. Otherwise, I would have made my preparations on my presentation on my own. But I wanted to include all of it. It's all good work to do such things and to spread these things. So many young audiences here, and they can really make a difference. Age is on their side, and why not? We would also like to join hands, and personally also, and give more meaning to our lives. The conclusions: the knowledge of human microbiome is really an eye-opener and comes with immense healthcare potential. Human microbiome project was the need of the hour, and it has brought with it many possibilities for better health. Then our understanding of symbiotic and interdependent equation between the human beings and their microbial benefactors has reached to the next level, opening new avenues for personalized medicine and therapeutics. Then remedial measures to rectify human microbiome is the simple yet powerful use of probiotics and prebiotics. And this brings and is expected to bring more and more mesmerizing results. So many local and traditional food practices around the globe, including our own mighty country, India, must be re-explored and resorted to with a mission of steadily and powerfully improving the human microbiome, resulting in the robust health for one and all. So this was an introduction and overview. Actually, I would like to say that I can't match the expertise of Dr. Prakash Halami sir, Dr. Sanjeev Patankar sir. So, but then I wanted, this was my modest endeavor to enlighten our young audience in a as simple as possible manner as possible, because Ranjit sir had told me that some school students might also join. So I've kept the level very basic, and I hope it was useful. And just I would like to thank a thriving microbiome is the symphony within, each microbe being a note, harmonizing the concert of our well-being. So I would like to conclude by saying these tiny tenants are tiny, but not light in their effect. They are very mighty. They can do wonders. They can enhance our quality and quantity of living, of life, and they are paying us priceless and tremendous rent. So we might think that they live within us. So many species live within one species, that is us. But actually, we are benefiting more from them than they are benefiting from us. So I can be reached at my institutional ID. I've given it here. And anybody can connect with me on LinkedIn and all. I'll be happy to help in any which way. Any questions, suggestions, comments are most welcome. Thank you so much for your patient listening.
First of all, I would like to thank Dr. Archana, Professor Archana, for the wonderful talk you gave. And the PPTs were so vivid. We could understand by seeing the PPTs. It was very clear to us. And your presentation was superb. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. It means a lot. I would like to acknowledge help from my very worthy sister, Dr. Ruchi Srivastava, and my extremely worthy ex-student, Mr. Brahmjeet Dahiya. I must mention because they gave me ideas and they are actually more seasoned. So I would like to thank. And also Dr. Sanjeev Patankar sir for his enlightening discussions. Any discussion point or suggestions or comments or questions? Or maybe we can ask Patankar sir or Prakash Halami sir to say about, to give, actually to enrich this.
First of all, congratulations, madam. Very nice presentation.
Thank you, sir.
And it is your work we have given some, I have given some. Uh, we discussed only. I have not given much, but you picked up that. That is the
Thank
answer.
you. And I maybe you're being modest, sir. I want to say that Dr. Sanjeev Patankar, sir, has now superannuated and is contributing selflessly and in an honorary way a lot to MBSI, the society. But sir's work was on probiotics, and actually he worked with tribals, and tribals eat such fermented food, which is why they are much stronger and robust than the urban people or even the rural people. So sir had developed a consortium of probiotics and dried them as pellets. And actually he wanted more grant from DST, and by the time he had to superannuate, but he's actually keeping it with him and trying to pass on to people. And also maybe we can hope for a startup, sir, and you be the director and the chairperson, obviously, because it's your work. So sir has done very good
Thank you.
work.
Thank you for your best wishes and comments.
Pardon, sir?
Thank you for your best wishes and
Sure,
all
sir,
the
sure. I wish
compliments.
you, we all wish you more power for doing more and more work for our subject microbiology, sir.
Actually, there is a question from Dr. Prakash Kalami. What are the entrepreneurial opportunities? He has asked.
Patankar sir, not exactly the question, but just I thought I put in the chat box because right now it is really raining in Mysore. Current may, get off any time.
So can you be louder, a little bit louder?
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
I switched off the fan. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Can you hear me,
Yes,
Dr.
sir.
Rachel?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, are you asking or are you enlightening us, sir?
I am actually complimenting you to give such a vast and illustrative presentation covering all aspects of the gut microbiome. So we are actually the audience.
Sir, it means a lot to get complimented from the world-renowned ace. It means a lot, sir.
We are here actually, and definitely I am happy that Dr. Swarnjit Singh as well as Patankar sir also will join, and they are already complimented. So I thought I should have this opportunity to compliment. Just I was actually put it in the chat box with relation to entrepreneurship, because in 2, 3 places I saw that people are looking for such entrepreneurship on the gut microbiome. So are they are looking similar like the FMT or something different? That is what actually I just. But no, because I think you have consulted quite a good number of people, those who are working in this area. So what is
Yes,
their
sir.
perspective in this area?
So it's a
Thank you.
need of the hour. Actually, I feel that we should, the interested and competent parties, they should actually know each other and team up. So I had heard you speak in the refresher course of Rajasthan, some university. I also had a talk there in January, sir.
Oh, yes, yes.
So I spoke on pedagogy over there,
Oh,
but
wonderful.
I enjoyed your talk on probiotics and microbiome. So you were mentioning Dr. Khadar Wali,
Yes,
who is
yes.
the millet man.
Yeah. He was actually the ex-employee of CFTR.
Okay, okay.
During last year, he got the Padma Shri actually.
Yes, very deservingly, because human life is precious and we should do whatever it takes. And the microbiologists, actually, we are luckier that we know these aspects and we can try to do our part, join hands, be 1 plus 1 11, and contribute to the society, contribute, help the uh, like lesser privileged, and also the people, the diseased people. So easily one can come out of the disease. I would like to personally share with you that previous decade I was under stress, and I was managing it okay, but then I became a borderline diabetic, and I consulted one Dr. Avdesh Mishra, who is a naturopath. So he recommended to me Ambli Raita and also turmeric water as anti-inflammatory, and Ambli Raita for as a probiotic. So he was not prescribing me any probiotic pills and all, which are also available, but resorting to the natural method. And also, I recalled my mother-in-law used to make when I was newly married. I watched her and I learned, but I have to now restart that practice. I had stopped in between of making this fermented rice water. So all these things are very simple, but who said simple things are not powerful? Actually, simple things are the best things.
Exactly. Whatever we actually harvest the microflora during
Yes.
fermentation, that actually contributes to increase the diversity of our gut.
Yes.
More the diversity is actually the better.
Correct, sir.
Let's
Correct.
go with that calculation. Swarjit Singh definitely will add something because he has studied the diversity in a different aspects. So I think I should listen his comments perhaps.
Yes.
Okay.
Swaranjit, sir.
I will just say that microbiome is also very important. Skin microbiome. You know, on our skin, we have a lot of microbiome. And this microbiome is the first line of defense, first warrior of the skin. They
Yes.
kill the pathogens which are sitting on the skin, on the face. They kill them, kill the pathogens. And after that, the skin is the second level of defense.
Correct.
You know, they're unseen. We cannot see the microbiome, but they protect us from pathogenic bacteria. And skin is the second warrior. Do you agree with me?
Very
Do you
correct.
agree with me? Do you agree with me on this statement?
Yes, of course, of course. Because the exposed part of our body is saved by the savior called the microbiome.
Yes.
Surely.
Yes. It's very important.
And in my
Not
talk
only in
also,
this, but
sir,
also in environment and in human health, it is very, very important.
yes.
Yes.
Even if we have a breach on the screen, a cut or anything, of course, the fibrin clot helps. But along with that, the presence and the metabolite, the secretions of the microbiome are also equally important, if not more.
That's right. That's right. Dr. Sanjeev, you can ask some question.
Actually, not much more questions. She has explained very nicely.
Yes,
And it is for students and other people. So,
Questions are welcome
yeah.
from the
So
students.
I expect the question from students.
Right.
And one more thing I want to say regarding the microbiome and regarding all these practices, there is no much literature available or information is there in the local languages. So there must be some mechanism by which we can spread the information through local languages so people can understand more. So
Right.
in fact, I am trying for that, particularly in Marathi.
I think
That-
MBS
That's
should
right.
should do aspect, I think, translating in different language because we have the state coordinators president. So they
Residents.
should actually take the
Yeah.
initiative.
So particularly for microbiome, I started giving certain type of the things in Marathi. I wrote certain articles in local newspapers also
Very
regarding this.
That's
So
right.
that is very much important nowadays.
We have done many talks in regional languages.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, I have done in Tamil, Telugu, then Marathi, Gujarati, Nagamis, then Bengali, Nepali. So, you know, in different languages also
Yeah.
will spread the microbiome.
Microbiome, that is very important, and particularly this microbiome and probiotic and prebiotic effect and everything.
Yes.
So people don't know
We can
regarding
do that.
Yeah.
the participant who is with iPhone.
We can.
She wants to interact, I guess. Yes.
Yes, please.
Participants can unmute
Hello,
and ask.
everyone.
Yeah.
This is Kalpana. I've been on that WhatsApp group and I'm really enjoyed the presentation. Really very, very informative. And you actually touched based on a lot of different things in there.
Thank you, ma'am.
Really well done. And thank you for, again, reminding all those good things and what comes with our culture. So that's really good to link what we know now with science, but what we have inherited culturally in the society, I guess. And the efforts by the entire team who has managed to put together such a beautiful presentation. But even after the presentation, whatever discussions happening, I'm really enjoying that because there are so many insights from all experts in the field. So that's really good and well done with that. Really good to be part of that, the whole
Thank
thing.
you so much,
I
ma'am.
just have got one question,
Yes.
really. You mentioned in one of your slides, age is one of the things contributing to the change in microbiomes.
Yes.
So is there any data or is there any publications or informations available how we could actually help? Because age is something we do not have control over. Everyone's going to age. So is there anything where we could still restore the microbiome? Because it actually also linked with a lot of metabolic disorders, diabetes, obesity, and all those rest of the other things. Is there any information on that? Would be really delighted to hear your views on that.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am, for the question. And actually, your identity is coming as iPhone. So you're Dr. Kalpana from where? May I know?
I'm Kalpana, a microbiology student, but I've been doing virology for a number of years, and I have joined from Geelong in Australia.
Okay, okay. So great having you here with us, ma'am. And a very good question. Thank you for this question. Everybody needs to know the answer of this. Answer. So the answer is to steer clear of any stale and packaged food, and also like stick to fresh food or probiotics more and more. And actually age will catch upon everyone, but we can slow the process. So we can age gracefully by healthier habits, eat and sleep on time, thus following the circadian rhythm. And but magic cannot happen, we cannot reverse, we cannot become immortal, obviously. The answer lies in, again, the mighty probiotics and their wise usage. The standardized things like so many traditional things have continued to prove the best one actually. So we had become modernized from the old fashioned, then we are coming back to the same age old granny's formulas, and then we are then enjoying good health. Like now, personally speaking, I have really put a control on the biscuits and all, like not 100%, but the awareness has come because ever since I got prescribed the Ambli from Dr. Avdesh Mishra and the turmeric water, which was anti-inflammatory. Actually, I shared with one of my ex-students who was into an autoimmune disease. It was just starting, and just having the turmeric water and the fermented millets, she became all right, and her mother called me 6 months down the line. So that is the thing. And actually, if we all are looking for this, then we are at the right place. That we have become interested, or we are interested in probiotics, and also the knowledge of microbiome and how to help and support our microbiome as much as possible.
That's really good to know. Thank you. Thank you for the explanations.
Thank you, ma'am. It is a
Yeah, one
fast-
thing I
Yes, sir.
want to add.
Yeah, please ask.
Just Madam said regarding the aging and how it will help in the aging in the aged people. Actually, I can give just one thing. Ili Metchnikoff,
Yes.
he coined this probiotic, and he observed his observation. It was there among the people who were using the Bulgarian milk, and they were lie long.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. So it was the first observation given by Ili Metchnikoff among the people, particularly in the Ukraine part and the Russian part, where people were consuming fermented milk, that is Bulgarian milk. And then he started thinking why the people, they are not having any type of the ailment and they are living long. So by that way, this probiotic, so aging, I want to say that the effect of probiotic on aging, it was observed very long back. and
Yes.
there is some connection. It is there, or you can have the better probiotic and your microbiome, gut microbiome establishment even at the old age.
Yes. Very correct, sir. So
Yeah.
all of us who want to delay aging and remain young and dynamic, like Patankar sir, it's a something which is relevant to us. Also, who have grown old and debilitated also, they can also find some respite by starting from wherever they are. So let that day be the first day of the rest of their lives. With probiotics, good results are bound to come.
There is one query here,
Yes, sir.
Vaibhav Chakravarti.
What
You
is
can
that?
go through that. It's in the chat box.
Sir, I will have to search because so many compliments are there.
Yeah.
Not able to.
He is asking. I read it out.
Yes.
Good evening, madam. That was quite an enlightening session. I had a doubt that whether probiotic supplements like Yakult are just enough for the betterment of the gut microbiome, as I am not sure whether it has the prebiotic component or not to sustain the probiotic component. Now, this question is absolutely correct.
Yes.
Because in the Yakult, it is not written that there is a prebiotic component. So,
Yes, it's not.
so it is not like that. So you have to make a combination of the probiotic and prebiotic. And generally, the naturally fermented foods, or as you have said, ambili and ambil, it is also in the Gadchiroli district of Maharashtra and other type of the things. So there you are getting the prebiotic and probiotic both, which is going, and there the good results are available. So this question is very much relevant.
And Kalpana ji was asking, I think she's left or what?
No, she
No,
is
no,
there.
I'm here.
Yeah, okay, ma'am. So you were asking about the some documentary proof of that aging thing, how it can be done. So one of the papers from which I used the figure and gave the reference of that. That paper also says I have that paper. I was looking into that, so I can connect to you and send it across to you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If
Thank
you
you.
if I get is Mr. Brahmjit there? Can he take ma'am's any contact details?
Sure, ma'am.
Yeah, please. Ma'am, can you write or in
I
the
will
chat
definitely
box?
do that. Yeah, I'll put it
I
in
will
the chat.
get in touch because I'm really happy that you are enthusiastic and then you took interest. So I was just looking at the paper which is near me, so I will send it
Thank you.
across.
Yeah, I'll just put it in the chat so I can have that. Thank
And
you.
using probiotics, we live long and meet after 20, 30 years.
Definitely.
I love Australia.
Yeah.
I've been to Australia.
Okay. Yeah, next time surely we'll meet.
Sure. And most welcome to India, ma'am.
Thank you.
You are a born Indian.
Yes.
Your name suggests that. So thank you. And if there are no, sir, what is the instruction? Sanjeet, sir. Dr. Prakash
Yes.
Salami, sir, is there already? Yes, sir.
Dr. Archana?
Yes, sir.
I think we have crossed the time.
Yes.
And would like to wind up now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And again, I want to thank you for the wonderful talk. And it was a great, learning for us. And we learned a lot of things from you. Thank you so much.
So kind of you, sir. So kind of you. You people are so senior and qualified and still you are valuing it. It's a great pleasure. And may I ask Brahmjit or any student to take some pictures? Maybe we can all be on the camera and make a cherishable moment, capture the moment. Who can take? Sir is here. Let sir also join. Just a minute. Dr. Prakash. Sir? Prakash, sir?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You were discussing at that time. I couldn't hear so well, but later on I was thinking like I could guess certain words. Sir, sir, some like you were saying, you are so interested in the practical aspects. You've done a lot of work, and your talks are really much richer, I know. And yes, sir. So, sir,
But today is your day. So we want
sir,
to
it's our day. Sir, it's our day. It belongs to all of us. So the diagnosis, the kind of nutritional counseling, etc., it can become the mainstream, and people can go into that because lots of masses need this kind of help. So if we go for like like educate people more on good health, because whatever we achieve in life, if health is impaired or compromised, nothing is of any use. So we can in our capacity, if we try and promote it more and more as much as we can together, so this can be really um, kind of a startup or a counseling as a profession, or as at least as a hobby or a side profession. It can be done. And sir, your talks are very impressive, and we get a lot of substance from that. We learn. Actually, my interest got scintillated when I heard you and also Dr. Khadarwali. So
I think we are running out of time now. And I think we have to get one picture, I guess. That's
Sandeep, can you mute yourself? Sandeep, can you mute yourself?
Switch on there.
Okay. I think
okay, so we can wind up, sir. Thank you all, sir.
Yes, thank you so much. And I request the lady for the vote of thanks. One lady is supposed to give vote of thanks.
Sir, can we please take a picture first, as most of us are on camera? So
Okay.
we can take a picture first.
Yes, all are requested to come on the camera if possible.
Smile, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Pramjit.
And
Pramjit,
now for the vote of thanks by
yes.
the lady.
Yes, sir. Please give me just a minute.
I think Mr. Shubham is supposed to give the vote of thanks.
Mr. Shubham, are you here?
You unmute your mic. Unmute.
Unmute yourself, Shubham.
आवाज नहीं आ रही.
The online setup makes us reach each other without much effort, but some glitches are also part of the game. Yes, Shubham.
Yes.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. So I am Shubham, student member MBSI. I am honored to deliver the vote of thanks for today's enlightening session. Firstly, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to Professor Archana ma'am for her captivating and informative talk on tiny tenants, how the microbiome shapes human health. Ma'am, your insights into the intricate world of microbiome and its profound impact on our health has been truly eye-opening. So the revelation that our bodies host trillions of microbes that outnumbers the human cells is fascinating. Moreover, learning about how these microorganisms influence everything for digestion to mental health underscores the importance of maintaining a balanced microbiome. Thank you. A special thanks goes to Dr. Arvind Deshmukh sir, President the Microbiology Society India, for his unwavering support and leadership. Your dedication to advancing the field of microbiome research and providing such valuable platform for knowledge sharing is commendable, sir. I also wish to express my gratitude to Dr. Swanjit sir for organizing and facilitating this event. Your efforts in coordinating this session and ensuring everything runs smoothly are deeply appreciated, sir. And Dr. Prathamesh sir's technical support in hosting the meeting and organizing YouTube live stream for online lectures is highly commendable. Lastly, I would like to thank our enthusiastic national audience for your presence and patience. Your engagement and keen interest in this topic contribute significantly to the success of such events. Your willingness to learn and explore new frontiers in microbiome research is inspiring. So, once again, thank you, Dr. Archana ma'am, Swarnjit sir, Sandeep sir, Brahmajit sir, and Sanjeev sir for this memorable and educational experience. We look forward for such more enlightening sessions in future. Thank you, everyone. Have a great evening.
Thank you, Shubham. I would like to add the biggest name which was present here, and Dr. Prakash Halami sir, who is an authority in this field. I was really honored that he made time, and one of my other college faculty, Dr. Purnima Anand, was there. So, Sir Prakash sir, thank you with folded hands, sir. Thank you, and thank you all the stars present over here. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I feel blessed.
Thank you very much.
And thank you,
Thank you.
Shubham, for speaking the vote
Yes.
of thanks.
Yes.
Thank you.
Shubham.
Have a great evening.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
We can leave.